Today I'm going to show you just some basic 3D cardboard attachment techniques. So here's the poster that we have hanging in the room. This is what I'm just going to be teaching you today. Alright, so the first thing we have is flange. So it says cut small slits to attach the curve. So here is a toilet paper roll, and instead of just putting glue here on the bottom and attaching it to a base, you can make it a lot sturdier by cutting around the bottom equal strips. Okay, and then you take those and you flare them out. So what happens is it kind of starts to look like a flower. Okay, and then you would put glue on every one of these, and you could glue it down, and then that way this is nice and vertical. Okay, and that's going to be really, really strong for you. Okay. Okay, so the next one we have is slots. So that's, you just create kind of slits here. Cut a slit on each piece and connect. So this is kind of how you can connect two pieces together. Sometimes it's cool to make trees out of those. So what I would do here is I would take one, and you want to cut about halfway. Okay. So one has to be, the slit has to be facing up, the other, the slit has to be facing down. You crisscross them, and you connect them right there on that slit. And what can happen is you kind of have to finagle it a little bit, but they crisscross each other. Those slits help them connect fully, so now you have a way to make an X. And this is a good way to make something three-dimensional, or to just help attach something to make it stronger. Okay, the next one we have is tabs. So this is just creating feet so things can stand up. So it says cut small slits at the bottom and fold the feet. So this is kind of similar to the flange. So you're just going to cut slits, and you're going to fold to create feet. So I can't stand up like this that well, so I have to make feet. So I'm going to take one, push it back, take the other, push it forward. Yeah, the next one goes back, the next one goes forward, and then back. And now it has all these feet that you can glue on, and you can make it stand like that. So you put glue on the bottom here and make it stand up. Okay. Next one we have is a brass fastener. So these are fun because it moves. So this is how you can create a little bit of movement in whatever it is you're making. So you have to punch a hole in these to get started. And what you do is you layer them on top of each other, and you take a brass fastener and you put it through one, and then you want to fold it like that. Spread open the folds, and now you have something that is attached and can turn on itself. So that's a brass fastener. And then the last one we have is an L bracket. So that's like if I need to put two pieces of cardboard together like this. What I can do to make it sturdier is I can create an L bracket. So I'm going to get a thin piece of cardboard, and I'm just going to fold it. And then you take some glue, so now it looks like an L. You put some glue here on the bottom of your L. Put some glue here on the side of your L. Put these together, and then you kind of line it up. So I'd put that there, this here, and that's an L bracket. That's going to make it nice and sturdy together. Once the glue dries, it really helps. So this is what it looks like dry right here, and it's nice and sturdy. Okay, so these are some 3D attachment techniques that you can use in creating your artwork. Alright, another way that you can do the same process as the L bracket is to connect by just cutting out a triangle. So if I need these to come together like so, and I need to reinforce it, I can stick this here to connect those seams. And so what I would do is I would, you know, glue this on, and I would have some tape nearby to give a temporary hold. So glue that on. The glue does not like to dry super fast, so I use the tape to hold it in place for a moment. And then if I need that reinforcement, like if the cardboard is pretty large, I can go ahead and put some glue on the edges of this little triangle shape. And this is just like a little easier than that L bracket I make. And I would just let that sit and totally dry and then peel the tape off corner there. So that's a really easy way to reinforce a corner to make it nice and solid and stable. All right, and the last thing that I'm going to show you here is how to score a piece of cardboard so you can kind of turn it on itself. So here's an example. So if you want it to be more rounded without having to bend the cardboard, we can score it. And so I'm going to use an X-Acto knife. And when you do this, obviously you want to be super safe. So I have a mat underneath the cardboard. You want to make sure your finger is never too close to the blade. And I'm pressing into the cardboard, but not all the way. I'm just scoring through the top layer of the cardboard. And I'm just making lines. And what this does is it gives the cardboard, like it's going to give it a little give. So when you pick it up to manipulate it, these little cut marks allow it to breathe a little bit so you can form it into a circle like so. And then obviously you would glue the edges. You probably have to have some sort of temporary reinforcement to hold it, but that's how you can formulate a circle shape by scoring. Now you just want to be super careful with the X-Acto knife. There you go.